20. This is the type of evaluation used in daycare centers and kindergarten students, where observations are made to document a child's learning. Okay. A, informal evaluation. B, formal evaluation. Indirect evaluation. And D, straight evaluation. Okay. Okay, let's reveal the answer for number 20. Okay. The correct answer is informal evaluation. Bakit po informal evaluation? Ang kasama ng informal evaluation ay number 1, anecdotal records. Okay? To show the parents at the end of every quarter. Yung anecdotal records po natin, ginagamit ko din po yan sa special education. Usually, kung ano lang po yung mga na-observe nyo, na-observe ninyong behaviors ng mga students. Okay, yun yung kasama sa informal evaluation, sa anecdotal records. May anecdotal records din po kahit sa field of psychology, sa guidance and counseling. Kapag, for example, there's a troubled kid, tapos you're supposed to observe his or her behavior in class, shadowing, shadow teacher, anecdotal records po. You're just simply observing and taking notes of his or her behavior. Pag formal evaluation, ito naman yung mga teacher-prepared tests for standardized tests. Okay? Pag indirect evaluation, it is also a form of evaluation wherein students are asked for feedbacks after they have performed the activity. Yun yung indirect evaluation. So, an example is the evaluation forms that are given to us after the seminars to know our feedback. If the seminar is effective, if the guest speakers are okay. Yun. So, meron din po silang evaluation. Yan yung indirect evaluation natin. Pag sinabing straight evaluation, wala pong straight evaluation. Make-up word ko lang po yun. Okay. So, yun yung straight evaluation. Wala pong straight evaluation, rather. So, 20, informal evaluation. Anecdotal records. Question number 21. Okay. What is the main advantage of using gamification in education? A, it decreases the need for exams. B, it increases student motivation and engagement. C, it makes learning more competitive, replaces traditional teaching methods. Type in your answers. Ayan, yes. For question number 21, we have letter B. Of course, it increases student motivation and engagement. Okay. Yes, actually naman, it makes learning more competitive din naman on some cases. Kasi lalo yung mga students who like competition, who likes winning, ganyan. Syempre, ano din sila. But of course, the more general answer is more on the motivation and engagement. Kasi yung competitiveness, parang pwede na rin natin siyang pares dun sa motivation. Kasi na-motivate siya because he likes winning or he likes being competitive. Okay, number 22. Let's have next slide po. Parang gutom na yung ating taga-next ng slide. Ayan. Question 22. Thank you po. Which of the following is not a characteristic of a flipped classroom model? Ayan, dapat alam din po natin yan. Nasa EdTech na po tayo. Flipped classroom model. Students watch lecture videos at home. B, classroom time is used for interactive activities. C, teachers lecture during class time. D, students engage in problem solving during class. Ayan. Of course, for number 22, we have letter C. kasi not a characteristic of a flipped classroom. Pag sa flipped classroom po, yung mga teachers natin hindi nagle-lecture sa class time, during our class time. Pag nasa school, hindi nagle-lecture. Ang ginagawa sa isang flipped classroom, i-implement po ang teacher ng mga interactive activities, mga problem solving, yan. Mga hands-on, pragmatic, practical learning, more on practical learning and activity-centered learning. Okay? While the students learn their lectures and lessons at home. Kaya siya flipped, parang nabaliktad. Kasi supposed to be dapat sa home yung mga ganyan ka-interactive, di ba, na mga learning avenues. Okay? Pero flipped classroom model ang tawag siya. Okay, let's read more about this flipped classroom kasi baka maisama siya sa Prof Ed. Yan. Which of the following is an example of an assistive technology device? Okay. This is in the field of special education. Assistive technology device. A. Interactive whiteboard. B. E-book reader. C. Screen reader software. D. Digital projector. Okay. The answer for number 23, let's reveal po. Yes, it's screen reader software. Okay. Assistive technology devices like screen reader software help individuals with disabilities access and interact with the digital content that is present. Okay? The digital projector po kasi ay normally naman meron naman tayong projectors. Yung interactive whiteboard po, usually it's just a whiteboard with blank questions para maging interactive or basta something na mamamanipulate ng mga students. Yung e-book reader po, it could be, okay, pwede rin yung e-book reader, actually. Pero, we're talking about assistive technology devices kasi. Okay? Hindi lang siya basta naka-embed or hindi lang siya yung normal na makikita mo sa every devices. But more on, it should be something na installed or should be present. Tapos ang kanyang purpose talaga is to help students with special needs or students with disabilities. Okay? Okay. Ano po yung chromosome 21? Minsan kasama po yan. Kasama po kasama po yung chromosome 21. Anyone po who knows about it? Yes. Yes po. Down syndrome. Ayan, kasama rin po yan sa Prof Ed questions minsan kasi kasama ang inclusive. Okay. Number 24. Okay. Which of the following is a potential drawback of relying heavily on educational technology? A. Enhanced learning experiences, increased student engagement, digital divide, access to a wide range of resources. Yes, the correct answer is letter C, yung digital divide among students. Yan lang naman po ang negative. And looking at the question, syempre, connotes yung negative answer. Okay, let's have number 25. Which of the following technologies is most effective for promoting collaborative learning? Okay, A, e-book reader, LMS, interactive whiteboard, online discussion forums. Promoting collaborative learning. Okay, let's reveal the answer for number 25. Okay. Pag sinabi po nating collaborative learning, ibig sabihin, the students should collaborate with each other. Okay? So, kailangan sila po ang mag-collaborate. Hindi po siya interactive whiteboard kasi dapat ang context ng question ay for promoting uh, interactive discussion. Pwede pong ganon. Okay? Pero ito po kasi ay promoting collaborative learning. Ang online discussion forums po natin, ano po ba yung mga yan? Okay? Pwede po yan sa Facebook, sa VC, ganyan, sa Google Meet. Ayan, di ba? Sa Leap po, meron na yung study body. Oh, may body system na sa Leap Review Center. Baka hindi naman body system ang inyong makita dyan. Baka forever nyo na po. Kaya subscribe na. Subscribe na, enroll na sa Leap Review Center. Yan. And also, hindi rin siya of course ebook reader. Okay? Kasi hindi naman na kayo mag-uusap-usap kung magbabasahin nyo rin lang naman ang content, di ba? Okay? May mga nagsabi po ng learning management system. Okay? Ito po yung learning management system po kasi natin. While Google Classroom is one example of the learning management system. From the word itself, management system, ang pinaka-purpose po kasi ng LMS natin is to have a platform to manage the educational content. Okay? While it has features of collaboration, somehow, titignan po natin palagi yung ating mga options. Saan ba dyan ang talagang nagfo-foster ng collaborative learning wherein talagang magkakaroon sila ng conversations? Okay? Siyempre, yun yung online discussion forums. Okay? Marami pong questions na nakakalito sa Prof Ed. Marami rin yung parang instinct lang, minsan common sense lang, minsan namalian mo lang ng basa. Pero may mga questions talaga na it's a bit tricky, but you have to select the most correct answer. Okay? Circumstantial, they could be a potential correct answer. But look at the question, examine the question, and from there, promise, safe na safe yung answer mo. Pag naintindihan mo talaga yung question. Pero wag din po tayo mag-overthink. Kasi I tend to overthink with Prof Ed questions. Nung first 2 months of my reviewing, it was hard because laging mababa ang Prof Ed ko. Kasi Gen Ed, kasi G Rizal, patalasan yan ng utak. Kailangan kilala mo lahat. Sila Segunda Katigbak, yung mga ganyan. Sino ang first love? Sino ang pinsan na kanyang greatest love? Mga ganyan. Kaya parang minsan, hindi na natin napapansin yung Prof Ed. Pero hindi naman kailangang basa ka ng basa sa Prof Ed. Ang kailangan, practice. Kailangan marami kang ma-encounter na questions. Okay? Para alam mo kung gaano ka-flexible yung information na alam mo. Okay? Let's have number 26. Which of the following is a key benefit of using multimedia presentations in the classroom? A, they eliminate the need for textbooks. B, they allow for more accurate assessment of student learning. C, they can address different learning styles and preferences. They reduce the amount of time needed for lesson planning. Number 26, yes, it's letter C po. They address different learning styles. Okay. Number 27, ayan, konting push na lang po. What is the main advantage of using a learning management system in education? A, allows for automatic grading for all assignments. B, facilitates organization and delivery of educational content. It provides face-to-face interaction with students. D, it guarantees improved student performance. Yes, the correct answer for number 27 is letter B. Facilitates the organization and delivery of educational content. Okay, number 28. Which among the choices states one educational use of a QR code? A, QR stands for quick response, hence a useful tool to instantly access learning materials within seconds. B, a QR code can contain instructions for a school activity or lesson. C, a QR code facilitates the effective use of visuals through images. And D, a QR code can summarize the lesson in just one click. The correct answer for number 28, let's reveal. Ayan. Drag Race, ano po yan na reference. Yeah. Reveal. Baka naman may mga fellow na nanonood dito. Okay. Ayan, letter B po for question number 28. Kasi, let's look at the question. Ayan. Okay. Ang sabi dito, one educational use of QR code. So, you have your one keyword, educational use. So, maghanap ka ngayon dyan sa mga options. Kung saan dyan ang explicitly saying that this QR code is used sa educational context. Diba? It's letter B. While letter A is correct kasi ang QR naman talaga, it stands for quick response, pero totoo ba na you instantly access learning materials within seconds? Is it, tignan natin, i-compare natin yung weight ng letter A sa letter B. Okay, in terms of the education context. You access learning materials within seconds. Tama rin naman, pagka-scan mo, di ba? Ma-open mo na agad yung files. Pero tignan natin yung weight ng educational use. Yung letter B kasi, sinabi niya dito explicitly, a QR code can contain instruction for a school activity or lesson. So, when you compare, mas malaki yung weight ng letter B. Okay? As I said, ang Prof Ed po ay very different with Gen Ed. Sa Gen Ed, quick facts at may convergent questions siya. Okay? Ang Gen Ed. O yan. Convergent questions po ang Gen Ed. Hindi naman siya divergent, pero it will require for you to have your critical thinking. Okay? Remember, just encounter or just answer a lot of Prof Ed questions and you're good to go. Everyday po yan. Trabahuhin ninyo. Everyday sa akin, parang 100 questions a day. Pero nagawa ko na lang po yan on the last 3 weeks of my review. Kasi hindi siya naging consistent from the very start. Pero nung last 3 weeks, dire-diretso po 100. Minsan 150 pa. Pero try nyo po ngayon. It's not too late. It's just August. Meron pa kayong isang buwan para paghandaan yung ating left. Let's have number 29. Which of the following tools is best suited for creating interactive lessons and engaging students in real time? A, Microsoft Word. B, PowerPoint, Google Forms. D, Kahoot. Ginagamit po natin yan, ha? Okay. Let's reveal the answer. Okay. So number 29 po, the correct answer is Kahoot. Okay? Kasi best suited for creating interactive lessons and engaging students in real time. While, of course, some of you might say PowerPoint po. Actually, for the context of the question, ang sabi niya dito, we engage students in real time. Okay? Sa Kahoot kasi para siyang game. Ang PowerPoint po, we could incorporate yan sa isang lecture, not necessarily real time. Pwede siyang real time, pwede ring hindi ang PowerPoint. Pero ang Kahoot po, it should be real time. Kaya nga may timer, ganun. Tapos gagawa ka the teacher will create yung parang set of activities, quizzes, and then the students will engage to it. Ayan. EdTech po ito, so please review yung MS Word, PowerPoint, forms, yan, yung mga Excel, lahat ng definitions na yan, mga keywords, Kahoot, everything po. Zoom, kahit yung Google Space, uh, Google Classroom, everything. Okay? For our last question. Ay, nakaka-trauma. Oo, sir. Nakaka-trauma ang Kahoot sa college. Alam nyo ba na, ayan na naman, okay, nag-story time na naman ako. Okay, Lip, hindi nyo po kailangan bayaran. Kasi ako po yung nag-open. Charis. Pero would be happier naman if may bayad. Pero grabe po talaga yung trauma ko rin sa Kahoot. Kasi nagpapabilisan po kami ng mga estudyante dyan, ay ng mga kaklase ko dyan. Tapos parang, syempre, if maganda-ganda yung record mo sa nung college, if isa ka sa mga competitive na pabibong Jollibee, talagang ayaw na ayaw mong nahuhuli ka dun sa Kahoot ranking. Eh, ano, parang Waterloo ko yung topic na yun. Tapos parang science, I think science siya. Tapos yun, lagi akong nahuhuli. Tapos chemistry pa siya. Nagpatulong pa ako sa daddy ko nung time na yun. Kasi tulog yung sister ko na kumuha ng Chem-Eng. Eh, saktong, chemistry yun. Tapos sabi ko, oh my gosh, chemistry. Sabi ko, ba't natulog yung kapatid ko? Tapos nagpaturo ako sa tatay ko na math teacher. Ayan, shout out. Sa math teacher kong tatay. Tapos ayun, pang fifth ata ako out of six. Ganun na siya kababa. Kasi sobrang kinakabahan na rin kami doon. Ako din, kinakabahan na ako. So, hindi na nagpa-process. Grabe ang Kahoot. So, please, guys, tingnan niyo yan. Bigyan niyo rin ng trauma ang inyong mga estudyante. Huh? Charis. Binigyan ng trauma. Ayan, buhay pa ba ang ating mga shiminet? Sige, hindi ko to iaano. Hindi ko to i-proceed. Ay, ayan, buhay na buhay. Kasi nag-a-answer na sila. Okay, let's have question number 30. Which educational theory is most closely associated with the use of technology to create student-centered learning environments? Okay. A. Behaviorism, B. Constructivism, C. Essentialism, and D. Realism. Alam na alam niyo ang answer. Ay, yes, ang answer sa number 30. Okay? Creating student-centered learning environment. Creating po, the correct answer for question 30 is? Next slide po. Yes, constructivism. To construct, to create. It emphasizes kasi on the active roles of learners in constructing their own understanding. Okay? Basically, technology supports this by providing tools for exploration, for collaboration, and of course, for problem solving. Ayan po. So now we're done with our 30 questions and with our free online review. Ito po yung rationalization niya. Ayan. Please, let's join our study group. Ayan, may study group po for LET 2024 to 2025. Brought to you, of course, by Leap Review Center. Thank you po everyone for your time. Before we end this session, I would just like to give you like konting advice lang on taking your board exams. And before in going into that, I would like to tell you my board exam journey. Kasi I was aiming for the top 10. Okay? And syempre, maybe we are not blessed enough or we didn't work hard enough for the top 10. Hindi natin masyadong deserve at that time. So, hindi ako nakasama sa top 10. It was one question away. Isang question lang po yun. And it was, syempre mahirap siya i-accept. Even until now that I'm speaking to you, medyo unacceptable pa rin siya on my end. Isang question ay isang payo siguro na masasabi ko sa inyo, do your best. Ibigay niyo na lahat. Yun yung element siguro na hindi ko nagawa during my boards journey. Hindi ko binigay lahat. Treat this boards journey as your key to success. Literal. Okay? Pag nag-top 10 kayo, Leap Review Center will not just be proud of you. Your family, isipin nyo, buong community, buong school will be proud of you. So, why are we just aiming for passing when we can aim higher and we can top the boards, diba? Ibigay nyo na lahat, okay? Kung kailangan na makipag-break kayo sa mga jowa nyo during this time, kung kailangan na, na iset aside muna natin yung work and everything, let's do it. Let's sacrifice for this board's journey. Anyway, nandito naman ang Deep Review Center. It is convenient for all of us. Kahit na meron tayong work, okay? Kahit na meron tayong work or meron tayong pinagsasabay na hindi natin, na indispensable, Leap Review Center is always here to give you the best options for review in the licensure examination for professional teachers. Ayun lang. Good luck and God bless. I'm rooting for all of you. Thank you.